right, so what can we do to make this experience better? What can even has to be, what can I do to make this experience better for you?
Um, Not much. It's a learning process. It's a day-by-day thing, and you need to tackle it, each day at a time. So there's some days where probably, I'm working out and, I'm not feeling good or something like that. So maybe there's not much you could do. It's just a matter of taking it day by day.
Okay, so you're saying that we're doing a pretty good job then already?
Yeah, we're doing a great job. I mean, I'm having fun, and I am working out, and I am getting good high-intensity workouts in there. So that's working out great, and we really haven't had too many problems. I mean, anytime I mention anything about a problem, that happens like once in every 3 weeks. It's not something that's very prevalent.
We just experienced 2 months together, so are you looking forward to the next 2 months?
Yeah, that's probably it's not scary, but at the same time, I feel beat up after 2 months a little bit, especially after the last couple of weeks. We've been working out really hard, so today was kind of a slow down, recovery day, and to think that another 2 months of just kind of high intensity working out every day, it's a little daunting, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to the challenge, and I'm looking forward to doing it. So.
No doubt. But one of the key things too is being able to recover well.
Yeah.
That's a lot of things that we forget. I know it's something I've been guilty of in my training, myself, and sometimes my clients, is overtraining and not allowing the recovery. So that's something we're going to have to implement. Maybe we can find some things to help make it not such a daunting task for you.
It's an interesting task because at the same time, I wanted to recover more, but at the same time, if I recover for 2 days straight, sometimes I don't feel as up to it when I come back and start working out again. So there's recovering too long, there's not recovering enough, and sometimes you find the right median, but at the same time, if you let me slack off too much, I'm going to want to slack off. So I need that kind of taskmaster push me to do it.
And there's probably other variables we could think of too. Maybe there's some foods that you're eating right now that are just maybe cause you to be lazy sometimes, or are not allowing you to recover, or maybe there's a sleep issue, or whatever it may be. Those are some things that we can talk about here on the side as well.
Yeah, maybe there's always factors that go into every day.
So let's rate this on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being poor, 10 being fantastic. What are your terms in satisfaction with basically this whole experience, with everything, like the training, the eating, the sleeping? This is a whole experience. It goes beyond just the training.
I mean, I might be a little biased just because you're my brother and all, but I'd have to say a 9 just because it's kind of part of my life because I'm living with my trainer and my dietitian, and it's not one of those, I'm done working out today, I'm going to go do whatever, go sneak in a hamburger or something like that. It's kind of, I come home, make my own lunch, you're there, we make lunch, together. It's just, it kind of all happens at the same place. So
it's one of the beauties behind what we're doing. It truly is an experience.
Yeah,
and you're totally meshed and involved into this whole experience.
I come home and I'm tired from the workout, and you're like, all right, let's go for a walk. And it's like, oh man, on my own, I don't know if I'd go for a walk right now, but you get me out of the house and we're walking right after a workout, and it just helps me burn fat, and it's a good thing. But at the same time, something that I might not experience without living with my trainer.
It's tough, right, when you're tired and you're like, oh man, you want me to go for a walk right now? But then what makes you say yes to that? Because you can easily say no and I'll leave you alone, right? I'm not that much of a drill sergeant.
I mean, you'll leave me alone, but I'm kind of disappointing you in a sense, not only am I disappointing myself, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I ain't going for a walk. You'd be like, hey, no, you're going for a walk. What are you talking back for? And then eventually you'd probably be like, all right, no walk.
Well, no, there's been times where I asked you if you wanted to go for a walk and you didn't. I didn't say
anything.
Right?
But you knew that day I had done a good amount, but at the same time, it is, some days I could disappoint you, but not on all the days,
Sure. But have you noticed that just going for a simple walk, how does that make you feel?
Usually I feel better after I go for the walk than I did before I go for the walk. My legs could be done after a legs workout, and I go for a walk, and then, that first up the hill, usually we come out when we go out of the house, I'm like, oh, I'm done. I don't want to go back now, but we kind of keep going, and eventually it's like an hour and a half later, and we're back, and it was a good walk.
So, what would make What would it take to, let's say it's a 9, what would it take to make it a 10?
To make it a 10, well, 10 demands perfection, so that would mean we would get the recovery right all the time, and have a perfect day every day, and that's just not, it's not possible.
I did.